Introducing first boxing out of the blue corner to my left. He's a Boston Boxing Promotions veteran who we're glad to have back in the ring here at the Castleton in Windham, New Hampshire. He comes to us from Cortland, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome back for Mike Taylor. And his opponent, standing directly across the ring, fighting out of the red corner to my right. He comes to us sporting black trunks with white trim. His record, impressive. 2 wins, 0 defeats, and 2 big wins by way of knockout. He comes to us from nearby Methuen, Massachusetts. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan, the Joker Yantin. 4 rounds, super lightweights.
Here we go, guys. A 3-0 versus an 0-4, but it's not what you think.
Right.
This could be a very, very interesting fight. And we're going to see what Jordan's all about. He's also in there with a taller man.
Yep.
Which,
Yep.
you know.
Oh, we'll see where his progression is at.
Yeah. Jordan is absolutely short for the weight class. He's very much a stocky, come forward. He throws a lot of big bombs, a lot of hooks. Looks like he's in fantastic shape. I'm sure Mike over at Southpaw has him ready to go.
Always does.
So Taylor's last time out, I believe, was actually against Nikki Tejada, who's coming up later on the Hall of Fame show at Turning Stone Casino, which is a pretty cool opportunity.
They both took that fight on a couple of days' notice.
Right.
Yeah. Mike Taylor will
awesome
come to your hometown,
on.
and he will fight you. And there's a lot to be said for that.
Like you said, right away, Jordan's looking to stalk him.
Taylor is crafty, and he's awkward. He moves a lot, as you can see. Things get sloppy in there. This is turning into a little slugfest.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this is what Jordan wants out of.
Yeah, I don't think Jordan should be unloading the clip like that against a veteran, though.
Right.
Unless he thinks he can get him out of there early, he may want to save a little bit for the later
Right now,
rounds.
Taylor seems to be wearing all those fine, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
as you can attest to, Kyle, when you go out there and throw 12 punches in a professional match and they're all heaters, that gas tank changes real quick.
And like you said in that last bout with Perkins, when they miss, those are the ones that take it out of you, you know.
They sure do.
And not all those ones Jordan was throwing with Landon. So.
Yeah. No, and Mike Taylor is crafty, you know.
Nice body shot
nice
by
body
Taylor.
shot from Taylor on a smaller man.
Like you said, I think tonight will depend a lot on which Taylor is here, and we'll know in a round.
Yeah.
And honestly, a guy like Taylor, he may not know yet. And he may know after that first round. You see it all the time where a guy's like, I'm here to wait a minute.
I might have,
Yeah, you know. But without a doubt, Jordan's obviously the favorite, you know, being an undefeated fighter.
But Taylor knows how to handle himself, knows where to be and where not to be. So, good test for Jordan.
I don't understand that. You know, touching the gloves in a professional fight, you're there for business. But what Taylor could have a lot of success with, Haas, is a jab. If he really started working a nice, hard, stiff jab, Jordan's a bit of a sucker for that due to that sort of come-forward, looping hook style of his, you know. Some big body blows from Jordan.
I think most of those are landing, though, on Mike's elbows or his back.
Arms.
Yeah. And a nice body shot from Taylor. Oh.
He is bringing the smoke.
He is big and throwing some big shots, but he just got caught with a little uppercut.
Yeah.
Guys,
the judges are seeing that, though, and they're seeing, you know, I mean, I feel like it's probably winning Jordan the round right now, even though the damage given out is probably equal.
He's winning the round, but, I mean, you got to keep in mind, his gas tank has not been tested at all yet.
Right,
I mean,
no. Has he been out of the first round? I don't believe so. No, he hasn't.
Yeah, and I like the jab from Taylor if he could establish that and use it, but I'm not sure coming from the MMA background if that's a big part of his arsenal.
It tends to be much more of a pawing jab as opposed to a
range finder.
Yeah. I mean, he's got an awkward style, but, I mean, you know, some good fighters have had trouble with that, including Nick Molina in our main event.
Right.
Very interesting first round, guys.
Yeah.
You know, this fight is it's going to be interesting to see how this develops, but Jordan threw a lot of punches. Absolutely won the round, but it's hard to keep that type of
intensity and that output for 4 rounds.
And I believe this is Javier Torres cornering him, who's fighting in a few fights.
Javier Torres, who is fighting in a few fights, you're absolutely right. He is actually cornering another fighter. Listen, you see that a lot after a guy fights.
Yeah.
You virtually never see it prior to his fight, you know? Which you just got to love, you know?
Right. It's Thanksgiving. We got to help each other out.
Yeah, we got him. Yeah, absolutely. Hoss, you actually you were helping out tonight. You wrapped Mike Taylor's hands. Any insight on how he was feeling tonight?
I did wrap Mike's hands. I seemed pretty relaxed, pretty calm. Seemed like he was ready to come out here and give it his all. So clearly he's looking pretty good so far. I think he definitely lost the round, but he did have signs of life in that first round.
For sure. Round 2 here in a fairly intriguing matchup. Jordan has obviously a large fan base with his gym literally
down
being,
the street.
I mean, like less than a mile from the venue he's fighting in.
But like you said, I think in between that first and second round, Mike's probably saying to himself, he didn't hurt me.
Oh, yeah, he just actually caught him with a very
everybody
left
wants
hand.
their first professional win, you know, and might see him.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get the better Mike tonight, so to speak.
Jordan coming in with some big shots.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously when he gets close, he's doing work, but Taylor's got to keep that distance out. And Taylor has a really weird, almost just kind of right there. He just sticks out.
Yeah.
He's not sitting on it like a prop.
Oh! A punch
that
did
was a
land,
slip, but a punch did land.
I don't think
he
the
went
body
down
shot
for the
put him down.
Guys, listen, Jordan Yantin, his mouth is wide open, and that is not a good sign this early in the fight.
Oh.
Taylor sticks another 2.
Nice body shots.
Taylor looks fine.
And what do you do when a guy's breathing hard, Kyle?
Go to
that
what
body.
You do.
You go to that body, right?
Body.
That's straight right. That's straight left. Sorry.
Yeah,
he's just sneaking that in. Yeah, just touching him with it.
He's throwing it too, almost like Ryan Garcia does.
Yeah.
Incredibly slower, but it's using it as a jab.
Right.
You know. Another
nice
little
body shot.
Another body
shot.
Nice.
If Mike's here next round, and if Jordan's here next round, those body shots may start to pay dividends.
I mean, between the output of that first round and those body shots.
Yes.
I'd like to see a little more from Jordan than just trying to run in and throw some big hooks. Come in there with that jab. Work your way in there, you know.
Got a tall guy in front of you, maybe throw the jab upstairs to raise his guard and then dig to the body instead of trying to throw those head shots. Still backing him up, which is a visual for the judges.
Yeah. And again, this is not a high-level fight, but it's really intriguing. You're seeing two styles. You're seeing a bit of a come-forward, big hooker, shorter fighter against a very lanky, tall, awkward southpaw. Oh! That left hand landed directly on the button. That was clean on the chin. Jordan is hurt.
He put a little more on that one.
He put a little pop on
that one. Yep. He didn't throw it like the jab.
Taylor absolutely believes he can win this fight.
Yeah. Now, how could he not? I mean, I think Jordan's good to continue.
That shot was right on the button. Stopped him in his tracks. Jordan is tired. He is going to have to dig here.
I was just going to say, let's see if Mike goes to the body right off the bat, and he did. He'd be smart, too. Land the shots upstairs, but he's going to be looking for those head shots.
Jordan's going to survive the round, it looks like. Fighting back. What hard on Jordan.
Yes.
Catches another 2. Another 2. That shot just keeps finding a home.
Big round.
Wow.
For Taylor. I mean, if you had Jordan for the first,
now Jordan is down on the card. Yes. You know, what's really interesting about this too is, I don't know where. I mean, Jordan is a wonderful guy, but he just gave his opponent a half hug after a round that he just got knocked down in. The visual to the judges is terrible. Yeah. The last thing you want to do is acknowledge how well that guy just did in the round.
Yes.
You know. This is not sparring, you know, and those are those mistakes that when you start your career and you haven't had a lot of amateur experience that you can see.
And when you're 2-0 and you're fighting a guy that's 0-4, you don't want to let the 0-4 guy feel like he's got a shot.
Right.
And as soon as you let him in, which he just got let in the door big, things could change this round.
And what's going through Mike Taylor's head now is, I can win this fight.
Yep.
I just knocked a guy down for the first time in my professional career. And I'm sure Javier Torres is reading the riot act.
Oh, he looks pretty animated in that corner. I hope he leaves some in the tank for his fight.
Mike McBride is a hell of a trainer, and I assure you he gave Jordan some incredible advice. Now it's up to Jordan to follow that advice.
Yeah.
He's got to get that head moving, Hoss. He's a sitting duck for that straight left.
He's getting caught with that straight left, so he's got to move his head, slip outside, and then put some body work in.
Yeah. Oh,
good shot
beautiful.
From Jordan. Yes.
Beautiful, almost overhand hook. There's some nice head movement. Jordan's found himself in a fight. He has to dig deep if he wants to keep that undefeated record.
And as
another good
two
straight
landed
right.
again.
And as a trainer, this
left.
is where you want your guy in a fight. You want him in with a guy that he should probably beat, but that's going to test him.
Yep.
And if he gets through this, he'll be in the spot where he needs to. And if he doesn't, he can learn from it. He's going to learn either way.
Yeah.
Right.
And that
Nice left hook.
beautiful hook.
Yeah.
That got Taylor's
That
attention.
shook him up a bit.
Yeah.
Those legs wiggled.
Yeah. Taylor doing a really good job of using that distance, you know.
Much better than I thought he was going to.
Huge. Oh!
Was that a
slip.
knockdown?
That
No,
was
he
a
called it a slip. Yep.
Yeah. The shot that landed that was nice was prior to the slip.
Well, now they've each got a slip with a punch landed, so it's even.
Jordan, that's going to fire him up, though. You know, I bet you he comes out with some big shots.
Anytime you see the guy on the ground, whether it's, taking
whether you throw him to the ground or not.
Yeah.
Give Jordan credit.
Oh,
he's
Jordan
trying
coming
to
big.
change the fight with one shot.
Yeah.
He's digging.
Oh, good jab.
Got to keep those hands up, though. Got to be defensively
he's
responsible.
Digging deep, Haas, but I can't count on one hand the straight punches.
Yes.
It's all just hooks.
Yep.
You know, and Taylor's taking a lot
Taylor's
of them
been
on the
defensively
shoulders.
responsible, catching a lot of those with his with his forearms and gloves.
I agree.
He's going to need a little more variety, regardless if he's going to continue his professional career. He throws those hooks great. He comes in and goes to war, but, it's on the way.
Oh, that was a great straight left hand.
And he acknowledges it.
Yeah.
And
he changed it downstairs right after that.
And Yantin's mouth is wide open. I mean, it almost looks like that mouthpiece is going to fall out.
Right, and Taylor looks like he's cruising.
He looks pretty
Taylor's
fresh.
been in a lot of fights.
Right, yeah.
Yantin looks exhausted. I wonder if that was his last stand.
And
nope.
No,
he's still got some stand.
Oh! Beautiful.
That hurt him?
That did hurt him.
Yeah, he's got Taylor's attention. He's letting it all out here. This may be his only chance to get back into this fight.
Taylor should tie up.
Taylor should tie up.
Yep.
Trying.
I guarantee you that Jordan has virtually nothing left after that. It was beautiful, and it was a hell of a stand. But
Needed to make it.
Yeah.
Look at Mike's
hands are down.
Taylor's coming.
He can barely stand up.
Yeah. Taylor should work these last 10 seconds.
A 1-2 could end this right here, guys, if it was clean.
I'd throw the straight left hand and then dig to the body with the right hand. Got a guy that's hurt.
Jordan's still swinging, though.
No,
there's another round. There's another round.
I mean, you could give that round to Jordan. And if you give that round to Jordan, do you realize we have a draw right now? And whoever wins this next round wins this fight.
This may be a round that's determined on the gas tank.
Yeah, and you know what? Sloppy as it is, this is a fantastic fight because guess what? It's evenly matched.
Matched.
You know, this is good matchmaking from Peter Zimborg at Boston Boxing Promotions. You're seeing a guy who's undefeated. You're seeing a guy who does not have a win yet, who are in a neck-and-neck war.
Right.
And that's the definition of good
going
matchmaking.
into the definitive round right here, right?
Jordan Yantin is going to have to dig so deep. As gassed as he is, I mean, I'm
He's
sure
have
it's
to
all
find
going
it.
through his head right now. He is leaning on his legs. He is gassed, and I'm sure Mike McBride's giving him the speech of a lifetime. I wish we had audio on him right now. He's clearly a warrior, but he's in a real fight tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, stunning amount of respect, but guys, let's go. I think this is more about can Jordan do another 3 minutes of boxing?
Yes.
Right.
Because we know Taylor can. He's gone 4 before.
Jordan may want to save his energy and just pick a couple spots because he did hurt Mike.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just going to try to save it a little bit.
And, I mean, the last thing you see tends to stay in your mind, right?
Exactly.
So if you're going to cruise through the first half of the round and turn it on in the end.
And honestly, Taylor could probably be stepping on the gas more. I mean, I think he's got a guy in front of him that's ready to go off exhaustion. You know,
He's timing that straight left though, and if he times it good enough, that's what put him down the first time, and that
was close.
Be deciding if he doesn't come back and stop him.
Nice
good body shot.
Way to change levels on that.
And then
that
get
was
out
a
of
good
there.
idea. Yes. Nice head movement from Jordan. He's moving a little bit, trying to look for a spot.
But again, he's just trying to bum rush in, and then just throw a bunch of big hooks. It's
like that, right?
Yep. And that
but
takes
if you're
a lot out of
Jordan
you.
and you're exhausted, at least you're moving forward. You got some style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a good way to try to recover.
Yeah, if Mike's not doing a lot, you want to make that impression. You want to move your head, walk the guy down.
Yep.
You know, it's always going to be hard for me to think that a man can win a fight without a jab. I mean, there's a reason the punch exists, you know.
And a reason most people think it's the most important punch in boxing, right?
Yes, sir.
Even the visual of activity with a jab, we talk about that a lot in the gym. The visual of it, even if it's not landing, it looks like he's doing a little more. There's that 2 again right down the middle.
Yep.
That jab ties into the ring generalship. It looks like you're the one that's looking for a spot to set up your offense.
Good body shot.
Body
again.
shot.
Good body shot against a very tired man.
It's a pretty even round, but Taylor's landing the more meaningful punches up to this point.
Yeah. But Jordan could, I mean,
it only takes an explosion or two to.
I mean, if the scorecards are what we, and he's backing up. I mean, he's tired. But if the scorecards are what we think it is, there is no draw.
Right.
It's whoever wins this round.
Exactly.
You know? And
another nice straight left to the body.
And they both
acknowledge it.
These guys are going to be hanging out after the fight, apparently. But I mean, both of their corners should be losing their minds right now.
I mean,
that's one thing I would say, especially.
But I mean, Mike's fighting how Mike always fights, right?
Yeah, that's how
Jordan is the one who's at this point,
new territory. Trying to figure it out.
And he's not coming forward like he usually does.
It's survival.
Mike's never a pressure fighter.
It's survival right now.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you just saw him jumping up and down, kind of shaking his legs out a little bit. I've been there.
Trying to get some blood flow. Yep.
Yeah. But even
here we go.
Yep.
Last stand. They're both going for it. Jordan's trying. Oh, he got caught hard. Oh, just survives the round. What a war.
Fun
what
fight.
A fun
fight.
Fun fight.
Good
what
fight,
a
guys.
Fun
really
fight.
good fight.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
I would give it to Mike Taylor.
I have to agree, given how that last round went.
I think Jordan's visual in the last round was, you know, Mike Taylor was just a little more active.
Yeah.
But I don't want to take anything away from Jordan Yantin's performance. He got off
the canvas.
Yeah.
Finished that round backing his guy up, throwing punches.
I mean, that's a battle. That's a hard.
I think the biggest thing
war.
was his cardio gave out on him.
Yeah.
And it's hard to have good cardio when you're going that hard all the time.
Everything
you
with
can be
power.
in really good shape, but if you're throwing hard all the time.
Yeah. But still, guys, we cannot forget we are in the wonderful sport of boxing. We are in Jordan Yantin's backyard, literally. It could be interesting. You know, the crowd was more reactive when he did work. Mike Taylor is a known journeyman at this level for fighters that have 2 or 3 fights.
I mean, at least Mike took one of those rounds out of their hands.
Yes.
With, you'd imagine
100%
with a knockdown.
So I could go along with you guys very easily and say I think Mike won. But like you said, where are we? What did we just watch? I'm going draw.
Okay.
It's going to be a tough one because of the math.
I was trying to do the math there.
But let's see.
Yeah. The scorecards should also be a little funky too. They could be all over the place.
Over the place. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, not every. I scored a knockdown against Eddie Gates that a judge didn't give me a 10-8 round for, so you never know. You know.
It's because you were bleeding profusely.
I know.
From all
my eye was
places.
right. That was a rough Thanksgiving last year after that.
You should have had a 10-8, obviously, Kyle. But you were also just
Let's
you
see what Peter has to
Ladies
say.
and gentlemen, after 4 hard-fought rounds, let's give a hearty round of applause for both of these warriors given throughout tonight in Windham, New Hampshire. Judges Eddie Scunzio and Kevin Hope score the fight 38-37. Judge Martha Tremblay scores the fight 39-36. All for your winner, via unanimous decision, Mike Taylor.